right, similar triangles. What does similar mean again? Same shape, different size. So we got three types. Angle, angle, side, 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 angle, side. Angle, angle is if you have two angles that match, you automatically have three angles that match, which means the triangles are the same shape. All right, so that's what you're looking for. Now, if I wanted to say triangle ABC is similar, how would I say the other part?
DEF.
ABC went from the nothing to the 2 to the 1, nothing to 1 would be DEF. All right, and there's a bunch of different ways you can do it. Whatever order you use it, like if I did BAC, that's 2, 0, 1, so that would be EDF 2, 0, 1. Follow the angles, they tell you how to write it. All right, side, side, side. How do we check side, side, side? Anybody remember? Obviously not. Do the fractions. Write fractions. Small, small, middle, middle, big, big, and see if you get the same fraction when you simplify. So my small one is 6 and 3. And then my middle one is 8 and 4. And then 10 and 5. That's 2 over 1, 2 over 1, 2 over 1. So then that all three are the same, then it works. Now, a better way of doing it, I think, is going to start with the second one. So I would do 3, 6, 4, 8, 5, 10. 1 half, 1 half, 1 half. The reason I say do it the second one, the first one, this right here is your scale factor. When you do it second compared to first, it automatically gives you scale factor. All right, so small, small, middle, middle, big, big, see if you get the same fraction. All right, side, angle, side. Where does the angle have to be? In between the two sides, in the middle of the two sides. And then how do I check the sides?
Side, side.
How do I check the sides? What did I just do 15 seconds ago?
Fraction.
Small, small, middle, middle, or in this case, big, big. 1 half, 1 half. There's my scale factor. If you check second, back to first, gives you scale factor automatic. If I said triangle CBA is similar to, what would my matching part be? If I did CBA. I went from this corner to the top and down, corner, top, and down. All right. Number one, is it similar or not?
Yes.
Angle, angle. I got two pairs of angles, it works. This one,
Yes.
We don't know you got something.
you got to check it. I'm going to go second first. 10 over 5, that's 2. 16 over 8, that's 2. 20 over 10, that's 2. That means it works by side, side, side. All right. What about this one down here? Number 3.
Oh. Yeah. Because it's 2. The fact that
Do 3 over 6 is 1 half, 4 over 8 is 1 half, so we're going to say it works? We better not, because it doesn't work. Is this angle in between the sides? Yes. Is this angle in between the sides? No.
what about the scale factor?
The scale factor would be okay. The problem is 2 sides is not enough. It's got to be all 3 sides, or the angle has to be in between. All right? What would we need to do on one like number 5?
It's 2.
You gotta do the you have to
Do 2 triangles. I'm going to draw my little triangle and say that's a 6, 7, and 9. I'm going to draw my big triangle and say that's 12, 18, and 14, and then I'm going to check it from there. All right? So if it's 2 combined triangles, separate them. What about number 6 right here? Does it work? How? What's the rule?
Angle, angle.
I only see 1 pair of angles.
But when it's like
It's side angle.
All right, there you go. That right there is what kind of angle?
vertical angle.
Vertical. And I know vertical is the same, so I got angle, angle, then it works. They say MNQ. How would I match that up over here?
OMP.
OMP. Just follow the angles and do it in the same order. That tells you your answer. That one, some I'm going to break apart. Number 9, does it work?
Yes, yeah.
5 over 10 is 1/2. 6 over 12 is 1/2. Is the angle in the right spot?
Yeah.
So then it works and we go on. What would I do on these?
It'll be 20 over 2x.
20 over 2x.
Then 10 over
10 over 5. Cross multiply and divide. Same stuff we did yesterday. All right, what do we do right here?
2 triangles.
Do 2 triangles. So my little triangle would be 3x there and 20 there. My big triangle is going to be 60 there, 40 there. Set it up and solve it after that. Make the proportion. Pythagorean theorem, we're good with that, right? A squared plus b squared equals c squared. Which one has to be the c?
Hypotenuse.
The hypotenuse. And how do we know which one is the hypotenuse?
It's across from
Across from the right angle. There's my hypotenuse every single time. That's got to go in the C spot. The A and B don't matter. You can switch those around. How do we check if it's a right triangle? If it gives me all 3 sides.
We just did it. A plus B.
You're going to say 12 squared plus 16 squared equals 20 squared and see if you get the same number on both sides. If you get the same number, it works. If you don't, it doesn't. It can help if you remember these Pythagorean triples. The basic ones. 3, 4, 5 works. So any multiple of 3, 4, 5, like 6, 8, 10, 9, 12, 15, those are going to work. 5, 12, 13 works. So anything after that, multiplying wise works. All right, parallel lines. All right. What kind are these? Same side of the transversal, same side of the parallel lines. They're both on the right, they're both on the top. Now, there's a whole bunch of other ones. These down here would be corresponding. These over here would match it. These over here would match. Those would match. Those would match. So there's a whole bunch of corresponding. All right. Consecutive. You've got consecutive interior, consecutive exterior. Interior is where? Inside the parallel lines. What is the rule on these right here? What are we supposed to remember?
The same.
Nope. These are the same. Corresponding is the same. What's the rule on consecutive?
Same side, but
If these are the same, these are equal, corresponding is equal,
Are those different?
they add up to be 180. Anytime you've got consecutive, whether it's interior or exterior, they add up to be 180. Alternate interior, so I've got these and these right here. The blue ones are the same, the red ones are the same. Alternate exterior, same deal. I got those. The blue ones match, the red ones match. So if we had this, what kind is 1 and 8? Alternate exterior. 2 and 7. Alternate interior. 6 and 7. Consecutive interior. 5 and 7. Corresponding. 3 and 6. Alternate interior. 2 and 4. Corresponding. 5 and 8. Nope. Consecutive exterior. They're on the same side, but opposite sides of the parallel line. 2 and 3. Consecutive interior. 2 and 6. Oh. Nope. They're side by side, and they make 180. So that makes them a linear pair. Linear pair. If they're side by side and make a line, it's a linear pair. 3 and 8 are what kind? 3 and 8? You just said. Nope.
Alternate.
Nope. Nope. 3 and 8?
Oh, vertical.
Vertical. 3 and 8 are vertical. All right. Make sure you know this. The ones that are equal, corresponding, alternate interior, alternate exterior. Supplementary, add up to be 180, are the consecutive ones. All right. If I wanted to do something like this, what would X be?
It'll be
120 because it's corresponding. What about Y? It's linear pair, so it has to add up to be 180. 180 minus 120 is 60. What about Z? That's going to be 62 because Y and Z are alternate exterior. Alright, so you need to be able to do that. Alright, what's the deal here? What do we do?
If they're equal to.
Either set them equal to each other or add up to be 180. You got to know which one. What do I do on the first one? Those are equal. Those, what kind of angles? Alternate exterior. Alternate exterior is equal. What kind are these? Consecutive has to add to be 180. Alright. What would I do on these? First of all, what kind are they? Alternate interior. What's the rule for alternate interior? Equal to each other, so I set them equal and solve it. Same deal on all that. On proving lines parallel, you just got to match up. Either they're equal to each other or they add up to be 180. Alright, remember on the proportional stuff for triangles, if line inside is parallel to one of the sides, so the inside part is parallel to one of the sides, then the two pieces of one side make a fraction, the two pieces of the other side make a fraction, and you make the proportion and solve it. So what would I do on that first one right there?
Maybe you do 10 over 8, 12 over 8.
There you go. Set up the proportion, cross multiply, solve. What would I do over here?
8 over 15 and 8 over 16.
There you go.
Maybe
That one over there, the first one, normally bothers people, and I don't know why, but it does.
4 over 12.
It's got to be 4 over 12. Why?
Because you did that.
I did this part first, so that part has to be first. They got to match up that way. What do I need to do on this one over here, this first one?
You make 2 triangles.
Nope.
You divide 25.
Nope.
You get
I know this side is x over 11. That's not a problem. My question is, what is that side? How much is this part right here?
Oh, you gotta subtract 25 by 10.
There we go. 25 is the whole thing, minus the 10 leaves 15. If it gives you the whole side in one of the pieces, subtract to find the missing part. So what would this missing piece right here be?
13.
Or 14. Alright, same process there. You just got to multiply it out. Look at this second one. We know there's my setup. Alright, so now what?
12. Yeah.
Well, cross multiply. Doesn't matter which order you do it in. But when you do this part right here, make sure you multiply both parts. You want to get it right. Alright, this first one right here, people have trouble with it.
25 minus 8.
Look at you. That part is 25 minus x. Whole thing minus the part. Tells you what's left over. So you have to do it that way. What would this missing part be? 15 minus x. Then it's just the cross multiply and divide stuff. Now on these, what do I need to do?
That's when you make the big triangle.
We got two triangles. Here is y, 10, and 5. That's 30. How much is the left side over there?
Y plus 16.
Y plus 16. It's almost like I taught you something. Alright. Then you would do the same process. Cross multiply and divide. What do we need to do here first? Alright, I'm going to get my two triangles. So there's a 3, 4, and an x. That's y plus 4, z plus x, which I'm going to have to work with, and 9. What do I need to do first? No, Pythagorean theorem. Find x first. We should know it. It's going to be a 3, 4, 5. The reason I need to do it first is because I can't work with something like this that has a z plus an x. I can't have two variables at the same time. So I'm going to find this is 5, and then now this is z plus
Where you getting 5 from?
3, 4, 5 right triangle, right? So once I have that, then I can start setting up, I would say 3 over 9 and 4 over y plus 4. 3 over 9, 5 over z plus 5. And then solve it from there. All right, congruent triangles. What's the difference in congruent and similar? What happens on similar?
They're the same.
Same shape,
Yeah.
different size. What happens on congruent?
They have the same size.
Everything is the same. Same shape, same size, same everything. The angles match, the sides match. Alright? If I wanted to say triangle ABC, what does it match on the second one?
TRS.
Remember, you follow the angles. That tells you the order. Alright? What if I said just BC? All you've got to do is look at the congruency statement up top. BC is the second and the third. RS is the second and the third. It's got to be that way. Angle C. Well, angle C comes last. What comes last over here?
Yes.
There you go. You could even do it with nothing labeled over here. If you have the similarity statement, everything's easy to find. Angle X would match angle O. YZ would match
MO.
MN, because they're both second, third, second, third. YX would match MO, and angle Z would match angle N. You have a similarity statement, it's easy to solve. Alright, for congruent triangles, we have 4 types. Side, 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 all the sides have to match and be exactly the same. Side, angle, side, where does the angle have to be? In between the two. It's got to be in between the two. And then you got to have the 2 pairs of sides that match. Angle, side, angle. What happens on that?
The side is in between the angles.
The side has to be in between the 2 angles. And then angle, angle, side, the side has to be away from the 2 angles that are marked. All right, so what do I need to do on one like number 1? What's the first thing I need to
You need
do?
to break them apart.
No.
You put an between them.
If there's a side that's common for both of them, I'm going to put an X right there because that means they're the same. So now what do I have looking at that? There you go. What about the second one right here?
Flip it around.
I mean side,
Side,
side.
side.
Oh, you said angle, side, angle first. You going to stick with that?
But you wrote it down.
Side, angle, side.
I was going to what the man said. Are we going to stick with side, angle, side?
You'll leave it there.
Why is that side, angle, side and not angle, side, angle?
Because the angle in between.
I've got an angle in between 2 pairs of sides. What about number 3? I know I'm going to do that first.
Side, side, angle.
I don't know nothing about no side, side, angle.
Angle, side. Angle, angle, side.
Angle, angle, side. Why is it angle, angle, side?
Put it inside.
The side is not in between the 2 angles. Remember, we do not have the ASS rule. We cannot use that one. You got that, Victoria? All right, mark that one in the middle. What is it?
Side, side, side.
Side, side, side. We're good. All right, this is the part that messed us up the most when we did this the first time. Finding the other information to make something work. All right. We know the first thing we're going to do is mark a side that's common. So that's already given to me. There's one side that's taken care of. The angle is taken care of. So I am missing the other side. The side has to be where the angle is in between the 2.
So you put it between BC.
So that means this one has to work and this one has to work. So what did I just put in there? BC has to equal CD. That would be the missing information. If I go to the second one, well, I can mark that. That's not missing. What is missing for side, side, side? That third pair of sides over here. So PM would match ON. That's what's missing to make it work. Over here, I've got two pairs of angles already done. The side has to be not in between the angles. So could I do that? No, because it's in between. Can I do this? All right, so I could say RS is equal to DC. Well, what else could I do? I could say RT and CE. Either one of these, what is it? Either one of those would work. All right. What about this first one over here? What can I mark this I know is congruent? I can do the vertical right there. So that takes care of angle and angle. I'm obviously missing the side. And it has to be in between the two angles, so I just mark that EF has to be equal to AF. Would it matter if I said FE and FA? Not on sides, no. Sides can go either order. What's labeled up here? I've got one of the angles, and I've got the side in the middle. I'm missing the other angle, but it's got to be there such that the side is in between. So the only way that can happen is if I do that. All right? Pay attention to this part because we missed it the first time around. How do I label this top one up here? How would I label that one right there?
L.
All right, that's what people say. They want to say L equals M.
But it's wrong.
It's not specific enough because are you talking about the top L or the bottom L? Are you talking about the top M or the bottom M?
So you can say ML.
You need to do it with 3 letters if there's 2 angles at that spot. So I want to go around that. N, L, M. So that doesn't work. I do it this way. So the bottom one, I would say I'm going to go around it. So start here, L, M, K. So if there's 2 angles at that one spot, go around it. The important part, the one you're talking about has to be in the middle. So if I want to say angle L, L has to be in the middle. Angle M, M has to be in the middle. All right. All right, look at these right here real quick. What else can I put in there? I can do my vertical. So that's going to work right there. So that takes care of one pair of angles. Side is listed. I'm missing the other angle. All right. But, well, let me ask this. Would this be okay?
No.
Why not? That makes angle side angle, so that would not work. So where do I have to put it?
Right there on the E.
So angle A equals angle E. The second one, I know I've got my middle, so 2 pair of sides are gone. I'm missing the third pair, but what's not labeled?
YX.
I need YX to equal ZW. Here, I know I can do that, so 1 pair of angles, 1 pair of sides. See if we learned anything.
Another one on
All right, so tell me my answer.
But then you would have to do OPM and
OPM is down here now.
It's NOM.
If I want to go around it, I have to do something like NOM.
And then PMO.
There we go.
Why do it like that?
You got to go around that. That one has to be in the middle.
Oh.
So see, if I want to talk about M, I've got it. I can do it both ways. I can say OMP or PMO, but the M has to be in the middle. Just like this one, the O has to be in the middle, so you go around it. All right, last thing is right triangle. It's very similar to regular ones. It's just talking about stuff in right triangles. This first one is leg, leg. Remember on a right triangle, we got leg, leg, and hypotenuse. We know we're going to have a right angle down there. Which one does this match that we just talked about?
Side.
It's side angle side.
Oh yeah.
But when they're talking about right triangles, they call it leg, leg. Same rule, just a little different version. All right, what is this one right here?
Angle,
Angle.
Angle, angle side, because the side is not in between. What do they call it here? Hypotenuse angle, because you've got the hypotenuse listed and one of the other angles. Leg angle is the same thing as, or I could do this right here and have those marked, then it turns into what? That's angle side angle, so it depends on how they label it. But you've got one angle, one side. And then hypotenuse leg, this is the only one that doesn't match anything we've already done. So hypotenuse leg would be the only one that's different from something before. All right, what would this first one be? I know that matches. What is that X? Is it a leg or is it hypotenuse?
It's a side.
It's across from the right angle, so it is hypotenuse. So that automatically tells me it's going to be hypotenuse something. What's the something?
Angle.
Leg.
What was the?
There's no angles marked. You don't use the right angle. Do not use the right angle on that. So the second one here, I've got that. What is that? What's my X? That's hypotenuse. So I know it's hypotenuse something. That-
Angle.
oh, we got the angle. Third one. All right. What I got?
You got.
What are these two things?
Leg.
So
What
you
are
got
those two
you got
things?
you got
Leg, leg. All right. Number 4.
You got a leg and an
That's
angle.
angle.
There's a leg and an angle.
So that means.
Leg angle. Y'all. All right. What is that one? Hypotenuse. And then the leg.
So leg.
The last one. The hypotenuse is labeled.
It'll be leg.
Both legs are
Oh no.
So you got a hypotenuse and leg.
hypotenuse ain't labeled. Hypotenuse is right here. Those are not marked. I've got one pair of sides, one pair of legs. Well, I've got to have something else to work, and I can't use the right angle, so that's going to be none. All right, same deal. What's the additional information? Well, you got to figure out what is that X right there.
Hypotenuse.
That's my hypotenuse. So I take my hypotenuse part off. I need a leg.
AB.
So if I say AB, which one does it have to match?
BC.
So I should say AB equals CD. Or I could have said
BC.
AD equals BC. Second one of the legs is already taken care of, so I need to mark the other pair of legs. What's my other pair of legs?
RS.
RS is hypotenuse, so it would have to be TS and TU. The last one over here, leg angle. Well, the angle's already marked, so I need a leg. Let's just say LN. What would that match?
QR.
I'm going to disagree.
No. PR.
Because where is LN? In between these two angles. So I need the one in between those two angles. Make sure you match it up. I know it. I drew it that way on purpose to make you think it was going to be that. All right, you got to look at the angles and follow them.